Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play game number 7 from the 1977 Red Sox season. The Red Sox are currently 3-3. They were 2-4 at this time in the actual season, so they're a game ahead of schedule there. They're going for the sweep today against the Indians. This is game 2 of a doubleheader. They won yesterday, and of course won the first game of the doubleheader. Yesterday's game was a come-from-behind victory. They came from quite a bit behind, so if you haven't checked that out, you might want to, because it was an exciting game. But anyway, the Red Sox will go for the sweep. It'll be Rick Wise on the hill. He'll go against Jim Bibby. The Red Sox actually lost this game in actuality, so if they can win today, they'll be 2 games ahead of their win total through 7 games, which would be significant. All right, so without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, so Jim Bibby is on the hill for the Cleveland Indians. Bibby's had one, I don't know if it was a start or not, but looks like it might be at a relief appearance. He's pitched 1 inning, allowing 2 hits. This will be his first start of the year. He was 12-13 with 2 saves, a 3.57 earned run average. 207 innings pitched, 197 hits allowed. 73 walks, 141 strikeouts, and has surrendered 17 home runs. So the Red Sox lineup is pretty standard as of the last couple of days. Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off, followed by Denny Doyle at second. Jim Rice is the DH, batting third. The left fielder, Kyle Yastrzemski, will bat cleanup, the captain. Batting fifth and playing first is the boomer, George Scott. Hitting 6th, Carlton Fisk behind the plate. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, will bat 7th. Butch Hobson is your third baseman, hitting 8th. And Rick Miller, the center fielder, will hit 9th. So the defense behind Bibby is going to be Bell in left, Manning center, Norris in right. Paul Dade will get the start at third in place of Bill Melton. Getting the day off today. Dade, not much of a defender. With a 4 range and a 39 error rating, kind of similar to Hobson, but with a little bit worse range. Frank Duffy is the shortstop, and Dwayne Kuiper at second baseman, and Andre Thornton at first. So everybody except for Dade is a 2 range in the infield. Manning, the best defender in center, with a 1 range. Behind the plate is going to be Fred Kendall, the future Red Sox. He'd come over in a trade, I believe it was the Eckersley trade. But he would come over in a trade in 1978, along with, I think, Frank Duffy and possibly Dennis Eckersley. I'm not sure if it was the same trade or not. I think it was, but I'm not sure. And, alright, so Rick Burleson up first for the Red Sox. He had a great game last game. He's hitting .321 in 28 bats with a double on the season. So Bibby looks in for the sign from Kendall. Here's the windup in the pitch. off the 5 column. And that's going to be a range check off Dwayne Kuiper's card. Kuiper with a 2 range. He gets to it. And he'll make the play for out number 1. So Burleson retired for out number 1. They bring up Denny Doyle off to a fast start, hitting .391 in 23 at-bats with 2 doubles and a triple. 1 run knocked in. Here's the pitch to Doyle off the 1 column. And it's going to be a ground ball to first. Flips it to Bibby for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox first. Brings up Jim Rice. Rice hitting .259 with a homer and 2 runs batted in 27 at-bats. Has 3 doubles. And this is a one in his wheelhouse here. But he'll take a called third strike instead. So lots of good stuff in that column. But Rice will strike out. So the Red Sox go in order in the first. So the Indians lineup is going to be Rick Manning, the center fielder, will bat first, followed by Dwayne Kuiper at second. Jim Norris is your right fielder hitting third. John Lowenstein is the DH today. Paul Dade is your third baseman hitting fifth. Buddy Bell, your left fielder, will bat sixth. Andre Thornton, who had 2 home runs in game 1 of the doubleheader, will hit seventh. Fred Kendall behind the plate hits 8th, and Frank Duffy, the shortstop, hits 9th. So some substitutions there in game 2 of the doubleheader. Red Sox, though, are going to go with the same lineup, I believe, that they had in game 1, so they're not substituting anybody. Even Fisk is going to catch both games of the doubleheader. Yastrzemski in left, Miller in center, Evans in right. Hobson, Burleson, Doyle, and Scott. In the infield, left to right. With, as mentioned, Fisk behind the plate. So Scott and Hobson in on the grass. Manning's been known to drop one. Manning with good speed. Manning comes in hitting .250 with a home run on RBI in 28 at-bats. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a bunt. And Scott will field it and fire over to Doyle, covering for out number 1. So Dwayne Kuiper up there now. Kuiper off to a good start, hitting .370 in 27 at-bats. Here's the windup and the pitch. Corners are playing in off the 2 column. And that's going to be a base hit past Hobson, who is in on the grass. So a 1-out base runner. Kuiper being held on by Scott. With 1 down, Jim Norris up to the plate now. Norris hitting just .192 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a pass ball on Fisk. And that's going to allow Kuiper to get into scoring position. Norris steps back in the box. Wise looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. 1 column. And that could have been a double play if the runner was still on first, but it will not, as Scott will take to bag himself. As Kuiper moves into third now with 2 down. So Wise with a 2 range. Is very short-handed. And has a +1 hold rating. So Lowenstein up to the plate now. Lowenstein 0 for 2 on the season. Chance to put the Indians on top. Wise looks in for the sign, looks at the rudder. Here's the windup in the pitch. 5 column. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Got underneath that one. And Miller will make the catch. Nice running catch to retire the side. So after 1 full, no score. So it'll be Yastrzemski, Scott, and Fisk up for the Red Sox against Bibby here in the second. Yastrzemski struggling on the season so far, hitting just .136 in 22 at-bats with a double and 3 runs batted in. And here's the windup in the pitch off the 6th column. That's going to be a ground ball to Dade. Dade with a 4 range. He'll get to it. Lots of errors here. And he manages to make the play. As Yastrzemski is retired for out number 1. Nice diving stop by Dade. Not known for his defense. All right, let's take a look at some scores from around the league. Minnesota leads Oakland 4-1. Kansas City shutting out Detroit 3-0. The White Sox blanking Toronto 3-0 also. The Angels over the Mariners 2-1. Yankees at Milwaukee scoreless. And Baltimore and Texas are tied at 1. So Scott steps into the box. He's hitting .280, 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. 25 at-bats. Here's the windup and the pitch. 2 column. And that'll be a base hit. So the Red Sox with their first hit of the day. A 1-out single by George Scott. Scott with his second stint with the Red Sox. Carlton Fisk up to the plate now. Carlton Fisk been on a tear since the beginning of the season, hitting .524 and 21 at-bats. With 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. So Fisk looking to remain hot here. Scott gets his lead being held on by Thornton. He has to wind up in the pitch. And it's going to be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a range check on Duffy. He's got a 2 range. He'll get to it. And over to first. As Scott moving to scoring position with 2 down now. So Evans with a chance to keep the inning going. Evans hitting .273, 3 homers, 7 runs batted, and 22 at-bats. Here's the windup and the pitch off the 6th column. And that's going to be a base hit. And we're definitely going to send Scott. And we'll hold Evans. Oh, Scott is going to be thrown out at the plate on a close play, but so it remains scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. So the Red Sox gamble and come up empty. All right, so Rick Wise back on the hill. Dade, Bell, and Thornton up for the Indians. Paul Dade getting his first at-bat of the season. For the season, he hit .291 with 3 homers and 45 runs batted in and 461 at-bats. So here's the windup and the pitch to Dade. It's going to be off the 5 column. And he'll draw the walk. To leadoff runner on. Corners are going to play in for Buddy Bell. Yastrzemski robbed him of a home run yesterday. So far on the season, he's hitting .304 with 2 RBIs in 23 at-bats. So Dade gets his lead. Scott holding him on. And he's off with the pitch. Fisk gets the ball, pops up, throws for the 2nd. And Dade will make it in there. So stolen base for Dade. So runner in scoring position with nobody out now for Buddy Bell. Bell back in the box. 6 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Dade rounds 3rd. And he'll score on the play without a throw. As the throw comes in the 2nd. So Cleveland gets on the board first. 1-0. On the RBI single by Buddy Bell. So Thornton up to the plate. Like we said earlier, he hit 2 home runs yesterday. One of them a grand slam. Dade hitting .263, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in, and 19 at-bats. Has walked 7 times so far. So Bell gets his lead. Scott holding him on. Here's the windup in the pitch to Thornton. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Past Doyle. Bell will stop at 2nd, so 1st and 2nd. Nobody out for Fred Kendall. Kendall getting his first action of this year. 249 hitter with 3 homers, 39 runs batted in for the season, and 317 at-bats. Runners get their lead. Wise looks in for the sign. And he's going to drop a bunt. Corners were playing in. And successful sacrifice bunt. So runners on second and third with 1 down now for Frank Duffy. Duffy off to a good start despite being a 201 hitter for the season. He's hitting 364, 3 runs batted in, and 11 at-bats, 2 doubles already. Here's the windup and the pitch. Runners get their lead. And he'll draw the walk. So Wise loads the bases now. Corners playing in for Rick Manning. Red Sox looking to get a double play here, although Manning is very hard to double up, having good speed. So here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to Scott. Throws home for the out. So it pays off playing in on the grass, and they get the lead runner. So 2 down now. Wise trying to get out of this with minimal damage. Just the 1 run in so far. Dwayne Kuiper 1 for 1 up to the plate now. And here's the windup and the pitch to Kuiper. Ooh, that's going to be off the 2 column. And that's going to be a base hit. Thornton comes in to score. We're going to throw for the lead runner. 60% chance. It means we have a 40% chance to throw him out. So Evans is up with it. Joe's coming home. Let the ball throw for, play it home. It's not cut off, and he'll score as the runners move up. So 3-0 now as 2 runs come in. Kuiper reaches second on the throw home. So 3-0, Cleveland out to another early lead. Jim Norris up to the plate now, 0 for 1. 2 runners in scoring position. Oh, it's going to be the 3 column. And he'll get underneath this one. Pops it up. Doyle calls for it. And he'll make the catch in short right field. But Cleveland puts up a crooked number, 3-0 after 2. So Butch Hobson to lead it off. Hobson hitting just 167. Does have 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. And 24 at-bats. Bibby looks in for the sign. He has to wind up in the pitch. This is a good column for Hobson. 2 column. But it gets a bad split roll. And it'll stay in the park. As Bell's able to make a jumping catch at the wall. So 1 down now. Hobson just misses it there. Rick Miller up to the plate now. Miller hitting 222 with 99 at-bats, 1 RBI. 3 column. And it's a ground ball back to Bibby. Over to Thornton for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox third. Brings up the top of the order Burleson. Burleson 0 for 1 on the day. Well, in the game. Had a good first game, but grounds out to his counterpart. And the Red Sox go in order 1-2-3. We'll head to the home half of the third with the Indians leading 3-0. Lowenstein up there now. Lowenstein 0 for 1 today, 0 for 3 on the season. And he'll draw the walk. So leadoff runner is on. That brings up Paul Dade. Dade walked and scored last inning. 6 column. That's going to be a fly ball to center. And Miller will make the catch for out number 1. as Lowenstein heads back to first, being held on by Scott. 1 out, 1 on. Buddy Bell, 1 for 1 with an RBI up to the plate now. 3 column. And he'll draw the walk, so Wise doing something that's not wise, walking another batter. So he's walked 4 batters already today. Has yet to strike out a batter. As his pitch count mounts already up to 63 and we're only in the bottom of the 3rd. So he'll have to face the dangerous Andre Thornton. Singled and scored. Runners get their leads first and second. Still only 1 down. Oh, and it's going to be off the 1 column. Not good for the Red Sox. And that one's hit over the head of Miller. Lowenstein will come around the score. See if they send Bell. No, they'll hold Bell at 3rd. But an RBI double for Andre Thornton as he continues to wreak havoc against the Red Sox. It's 4-0 now. Still only 1 down with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Kendall up to the plate now. Kendall sacrificed successfully his first time up. 5 column. Oh, man. Red Sox not benefiting from the split rolls, as that's going to be shot into the gap. Bell and Thornton will come around the score. And Kendall has himself a 2-run double. So Cleveland out to another fast start. 6-0. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. Duffy up to the plate, stirring in the Red Sox pen. Duffy walked and scored his first time up. Oh, man. Duffy's going to have himself extra bases as Kendall will come on to score easily. Duffy has himself an RBI double, so 7-0. And let's take a look at the Red Sox. Fisk will go out to talk to Wise. And it looks like the manager's going to come out as Zimmer comes out, and that's going to be it. It is Zimmer this year, isn't it? I think it is. And it looks like Tom Murphy is going to come in. Yeah, Don Zimmer. I think this was his first year. Dale Johnson was last year, so yep. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for Rick Wise as he's let up 7 earned runs so far, responsible for Duffy at 2nd. And it looks like Tom Murphy is going to come in. So I believe he pitched yesterday, too. He pitched well yesterday. I mean, in the game 1 of the doubleheader. I think it was. Alright, so Murphy loosens up. He'll face Manning. Still only 1 out in the Cleveland 3rd inning. Murphy looks in for the sign. Nods his head. Duffy gets his lead off 2nd. Looks at the runner. He'll wind up in the pitch. Oh my God. And just like that, man, only had a 15% chance there, but on the split. Oh, wait. No. Actually, it's not going to be a home run there. Evans is actually able to make the catch. Wow, I didn't see that. I thought for sure that was gone, but Evans leaps and came down with it. I think he was just as surprised as I was. Duffy will tag and move to 3rd, so leaping catch by Evans saves the day and robs Manning of a 2-run homer. Wow. Alright, so 2 down now. Murphy breathes a sigh of relief there. He thought it was gone too. So Dwayne Kuiper, who's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 runs batted in. Oh, and that's the 2 column. Not good. However, it finds that 8 thing, which is a ground ball back to the box. Murphy up with it, over to Scott, and he gets out of the jam. So, but the Indians do score 4, and it's 7-0 after 3. So the Red Sox are going to have to come back from 7 now. I think the last game they were down by 5. And so they'll have an even bigger mountain to climb if they're going to win this one. Anyway, Denny Doyle leads it off. It'll be Doyle, Rice, and Yastrzemski if anybody gets on Scott against Bibby now with a comfortable 7-0 lead. So Bibby looks in for the sign. Yes, the pitch to Doyle. Red Sox not getting the rolls. Ground ball to short. Duffy has it over to first for out number 1. So Jim Ed Rice up there now 0 for 1 on the day. In the game. 6 column. And that's going to be a swinging strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 4th. Brings up the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski, 0 for 1 on the day. 6 column. And it's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. This one looking. The Red Sox go weakly in order in the 4th. So after 3.5, it's 7-0 Cleveland. Murphy back on the hill for his second inning of work. He'll face Norris, Lowenstein, and Dade. Norris 0 for 2 on the day, looking for his first hit. That's a ground ball to Scott at first. Murphy will cover. Scott flips to him for out number 1. Lowenstein 0 for 1 with a run scored. Ooh, and that's going to be off the 6th column. And it's a ground ball to second. Doyle's up with it, over to Scott. So 2 up and 2 down in the Cleveland 4th. Ball Dade 0 for 1 with a run scored. 5 column. That's going to be a fly ball to center. And this should do it. He's under it. And makes the catch. And Cleveland mercifully goes in order in the 4th. So Murphy gets a shutdown inning in the 4th. Ooh. But it remains 7-0 as we head to the top of the 5th. Scott leads it off. He singled his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball to second. Range check. Oh, he's able to just get to it. Nice play by Kuiper. And that'll retire Scott for the first out of the inning. Red Sox with just 2 hits on the day. Brings up Carlton Fisk 0 for 1. And Fisk gets a good column. It's 3 column. And he'll draw the walk. So a 1-out walk for Fisk. That's the Red Sox need base runner. So Evans up there now 1 for 1. Fisk gets his lead being held on by Thornton. Fly ball to left. Bell with a 3 range. Red Sox looking for a low roll here. And nope, he'll get to it. But he bobbles it, looks like. And let's see what happens here. Charges in and drops the ball. So Fisk kept motoring around, saw that the ball had fallen, and makes it to third. Evans into second, so a 2-base error on Buddy Bell. Chance for the Red Sox to get on the board here. Red Sox need to start chipping away here. So 2 runners on in scoring position for Hobson with 1 down. Bibby looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Kendall. Well, to Hobson. Kendall catching. Oh, got the rights 2 there, but split roll too high. See if it's deep enough to score Fisk. And nope, Fisk will hold down by 7. Not wanting to chance it. So it's up to Rick Miller if they need us to continue. Miller 0 for 1 on the day. That's going to be a range check to Kuiper. And he'll get to it. and make the play to retire the side. So the Red Sox unable to capitalize on the error by Bell. And it remains 7-0 halfway through. So Buddy Bell, 1-for-1 with an RBI up to the plate now against Murphy. Murphy in his third inning of work. And it'll be a base hit up the middle. It's a leadoff runner on. Brings up Andre Thornton, who's having another good day, 2-for-2 with a double. And it's off the 5 column. It's going to be a range check on Doyle. Gets to it. Oh, I thought that was... It is an error. It's a 2-base error on Doyle. Over the head of Scott and into the dugout. So, 2-base error this time by the Red Sox. We'll put runners on second and third with nobody out for Fred Kendall. He's 1-for-1 with a double. And a run scored anyway. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. And they're going to throw home. Why not? Hoping for a high roll here. Play at home. Oh, and he's just safe. So everybody's safe. So runners at the corners. With a run in now. Still nobody out. Frank Duffy, 1-for-1 with a double. Ground ball to third. Off Hobson over to second for 1. And that's all they'll get. Actually, no, it goes over to first. Sorry. As Thornton holds at third. Alright, runners on second and third now with 1 down. Manning 0-for-3 on the day. Got robbed by Evans of a 2-run homer. Oh, that's not good. That's going to be a base hit to Yastrzemski. Thornton comes in. Kendall will hold at third. So another run in. 9-0 now. And I think that is going to be it for Murphy. As Zimmer comes out. And it looks like it's going to be Tom House once again. Tom House pitched well in game 1. Allowing the Red Sox to come back. See what he can do here. So Kuiper 2-for-3 with 2 runs batted in. Lefty on lefty. Corners are playing in. Runners at the corners. He has a windup in the pitch. Oh. This time they get a good split roll. And that's going to be a fly ball to Yastrzemski. Kendall tags. And he will score as that was a very deep ball. So double digit now for the Cleveland Indians. 10-0. As they scored in the actual game, 10 runs. On the sacrifice fly by Kuiper. That'll bring up Jim Norris 0-for-3 on the day. Oh, I brought Campbell in. I just realized that. Oh, well. Ugh. I don't know why I brought Campbell in. Somehow I thought I brought House in, but I accidentally brought Campbell in. Oh, well. Not that it mattered that much. It's definitely not going to be a save situation today, I don't think. So Campbell. We'll bring in House later, probably. Alright, so top of the order for the Red Sox. Down by 10 now. Burleson, Doyle, and Rice got to start chipping away here. Time running out. Only 3 innings left. Bibby back out there. Shutting out the Red Sox so far here in the top of the 7th. And it's going to be a foul out to Kendall. So Burleson retired. So Burleson remains hitless for the game. Denny Doyle 0-for-2. Ground ball back to Bibby. Oh, and we got a rare play here. Catches the mound, bounces right to the mound. Bibby takes his time, throws out Doyle. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 6th inning. Actually, 4 innings left, not 3, sorry. Jim Rice 0 for 2. Gets his pitch. And he's going to hit this one in the gap. It's going to split Manning and Bell, go all the way to the wall. Rice round second. And he'll be into third easily with a 2-out triple. So see if Yastrzemski can keep the inning going, get the Red Sox on the board. 0 for 2 on the day. 1 column. And nope, can't get the job done as he'll ground out to Thornton. And that will do it. So 1 runner left on base. And it remains 10-0 game as we head to the home half of the 6th. I guess we'll just leave Campbell in there. Might as well. So Lowenstein up there now. Lowenstein 0 for 2 with a run scored. And he gets a strikeout. Campbell got the save in game 1. So Paul Dade 0 for 2 with a run scored. And once again, Cleveland gets the split roll there. And it'll be a base hit for Dade. So 1 out base runner for the Indian. Buddy Bell 2 for 2 with an RBI. And takes a called 3rd strike for out number 2. So Andre Thornton 2 for 3 with a double. The Red Sox finally retired him last time up. Ground ball to Burleson at short. Gets to it. Over to first. 6-3 on the putout. And remains 10-0 as we head to the 7th. So Scott leads it off for the Red Sox. 1 for 2 on the day against Bibby. Bibby up to 81 pitches. And he gets one in his wheelhouse. And it's just going to be a grounder to third. Dade up with it over to first for first out of the 7th. Take a look at some scores here. Minnesota leads Oakland 6-5. Detroit and Kansas City knotted at 4. The White Sox blanking the Blue Jays 7-0. The Angels all over the Mariners 8-2. New York and Milwaukee still scoreless. And Texas beating up on Baltimore 10-4. So Fisk 0 for 1 with a walk. And it's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Red Sox with just their 4th hit of the day. Thornton playing back at Fisk. Evans 1 for 2 on the day. Gets a fly ball to his counterpart. Norris is there. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Alrighty, 2 down now for Butch Hobson. Hitless on the day, 0 for 2. And remains hitless as he strikes out swinging. So 7th inning stretch time here in Cleveland. Let's take a look at the trivia question. What was the highest level of baseball Sandy Koufax pitched other than major leagues? I don't know. I'm just going to say, I don't know, Little League. I think he came right to the majors. I don't think he pitched any college ball, but we'll see. Lock in your answers. Freshman college baseball. at Cincinnati University. So I guess he did play 1 year of college baseball at Cincinnati University. All right, that's your trivia question. 7th inning stretch is over. Fred Kendall, 1 for 2 up to the plate. Yeah, we'll let Campbell pitch another inning. Why not? Eat up some innings. Off the 5 column. And it's going to be a ground ball to Doyle. He gets to it. And makes a play for the first out of the inning. Oh yeah, Bill Campbell did pitch before Tom House. It was Murphy and then Campbell and then House. Okay, so we were right. We were right. Okay, bringing in Campbell. All right, so Frank Duffy 1 for 2 with a double with 1 out here in the Red Sox 7th. Sorry, Cleveland 7th. And draws the walk. So Campbell lets up his first walk of the day. He has 3 strikeouts. Duffy not being held on by Scott. Manning up to the plate now, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Doyle flips over to Burleson for 1. Back to first. Taylor-made double play. And that'll be it for Cleveland in the 7th. So we'll head to the 8th inning with the Red Sox trailing by 10-0. Corners playing in for Rick Miller. Let's see if they use any pinch hitters here. Yeah, Bobby Darwin came in and pinch hit for Rick Miller. So we're going to bring Bobby Darwin. Let him get in at bat. Red Sox down by 10. Why not? Bobby Darwin got an at bat, so we'll give him a bat here. So Bobby Darwin getting his first at bat of the season. Had only 9 at bats in the actual season, and was just 2 for 9 on the actual season with that double and an RBI. So Darwin steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch, and that is about as bad as you could get for Darwin's card there. Look at all those strikeouts. Wow, not even a hit off of his card. That's worse than Bob Bailey's 1978 card against righties. Anyway, see what happens. It's off the 5 column, so there's a chance for Darwin to get on. And it's going to be a range check on Kuiper. Gets to it and makes the play. So Darwin is retired on the ground out to Kuiper for out number 1. So to bring up Rick Burleson. Burleson hitless in the game. 1 column. And he'll remain hitless as he'll ground out to Dade at third for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 8th. Time running out for the Red Sox. Doyle 0 for 3 on the day. Bibby up to 97 pitches. Pitching a shutout, allowing only 4 hits to the Red Sox. And he gets under this one, pops it up to first. Thornton calls for it and makes the catch. So once again, the Red Sox go in order in the 8th. And we're missing a center fielder here, so Darwin went over to play right. So we'll let Darwin play, actually we'll let Evans. Evans is going to move over to center, which is what happened. And Darwin will play right. Ooh, Darwin, not much range in right there. Definitely a downgrade there from Miller. Well, Miller was in center. Evans moves to center. Now Dwayne Kuiper, 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. We'll bring in House. We don't want to get too tired. So Tom House. Make sure we do this right this time. Yep. Tom House comes in. So Tom House comes in. He's pitched 4 innings so far this season with 3 hits allowed. And it's not allowed an earned run yet. So Kuiper looks in for the sign. Lefty on lefty, 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in. It's going to be a ground ball to Doyle. Gets to it. Over to first. And there's 1 gone in the Cleveland 8th. That brings up Jim Norris hitless on the day. Cleveland 10 runs on 10 hits. And 1 error. Fly ball to center. This time Evans is there. And makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down in the Cleveland 8th. Lowenstein 0 for 3 with a run scored. And House will get a strikeout. Strikeout swinging. And Cleveland goes in order in the 8th. So the Red Sox down to their last 3 outs here. Top of the 9th. They'll have Rice, Yastrzemski, and Scott. So Rice did triple his last time up, but was stranded there. 1 for 3. Bibby looking to get the complete game shutout. Here's the windup in the pitch. Off the 4 column. And Rice trying to prevent that. That's going to go deep, deep, deep. And it's going to bounce right before the wall. And Rice will have himself a double. So Yastrzemski 0 for 3 on the day. And Yastrzemski gets a hold of one here. Hits it to right field. Right center. Manning and Norris going over. And who makes the catch? I don't know. And no, he's going to hold that. He's going to hold down by 10. Oh, to right. So Norris makes the catch, and Rice will hold at second. Bluffs, but holds. So 1 down now for the boomer, George Scott. 1 for 3 on the day. Off the 4 column. And this is going to break up the shutout. This time it's going to get down. Rice will trot home easily. And the shutout is gone. But as Manning tried to make a diving catch there to preserve the shutout, but no avail as Scott ends up at second with an RBI double. So Red Sox finally on the board here in the top of the 9th. On the RBI double by Scott. Fisk up to the plate now. 1 for 2 with a walk. And Fisk trying to go. Nope. Takes a called third strike. Fisk's not happy about that one. Trots back to the dugout. Evans 1 for 3 up to the plate. Red Sox down to their last out. Scott gets the lead. Bibby looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And not over yet as Evans will draw the walk. So Hobson 0 for 3 up to the plate now. And that's going to be it for Bibby. As Buskey's going to come in. Tom Buskey. I went to school with a Tom Buskey in 6th grade. I think it was 6th grade. Anyway. Tom, not the same guy, obviously. Tom Buskey. Let's see what his stats are. He's making his first appearance of the season. 5.29 earned run average in 34 innings, allowed 45 hits, 8 walks, 15 strikeouts, and surrendered 6 homers. No record, no saves. So Buskey trying to get the last out here. Obviously non-save situation, still up by 9. Hobson looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch by Buskey. Oh, and Hobson's just going to miss this one. Just gets underneath it. Stays in the park, I believe. Manning at the wall. No, it's going to be a home run. It goes off the tip of the glove of Manning and over the wall for a 3-run homer. Wow, how about that? So a 3-run home run for Butch Hobson. And Red Sox not dead yet. 10-4 now. Base is now empty for Bobby Darwin. Yeah, I'm not going to pinch hit from nobody. They didn't pinch hit for... No. Alright, Bobby Darwin up to the plate now. And this is going to do it. So Darwin strikes out swinging. So the Red Sox finally put up some runs in the 9th inning. Put up a 4 spot, but it's too little too late. And the Red Sox will fall 10-4. Pretty close to the actual score. They fell 10-5. So pretty close as far as the final score. Not the same distribution of runs and anything, but... Alright, let's take a look at the box score. So the Red Sox fall to 3-4. Still one game ahead of their pace. They were 2-5 coming after this game in real life. So as in the actual game, Bibby gets the win. Can't quite close it out. Pitches 8 2/3 innings. 6 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 122 pitches. Tom Buskey comes in, pitches a 1/3 of an inning, allowing a hit. The home run to Hobson. A run. That was Hobson's run. Striking out 1 batter. Rick Wise gets the loss. Last just 2 1/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. So Red Sox starting pitching not good in this doubleheader. 4 walks, did not even strike out a batter. Tom Murphy pitches 2 innings, allows 2 hits, 3 runs. No runs. Bill Campbell comes in 2 2/3 innings, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. So Campbell pitched well. And Tom House pitched a scoreless 8th inning, getting a strikeout. So the hitting stars, let's see for the Cleveland Indians here. I think it's going to be Fred Kendall, 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in, including a double. Yep. And Buddy Bell had 2 hits, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Kuiper also 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. Red Sox, not much going on there. Jim Rice was 2 for 4 with a double and a triple. Oh yeah, Butch Hobson 1 for 4 with a 3-run homer off of Manning's glove. So credit Manning with an assist there. And George Scott was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. So kind of hard to say. I was going to give Jim Bibby, the player of the game. I guess we'll still give that to him. Although it looked much better when he was pitching a shutout. But I think we'll give still him Jim Bibby player of the game, allowing 3 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits and 8 2/3 innings, striking out 5, walking 2. So that's it. So the Red Sox now will, let's see where they'll go next. So that was Sunday, April 17th. They'll go back home. Well, they'll play the Detroit Tigers in a looks like a 3-game series at Fenway. Sorry, 4-game series. So I'll have a 4-game series against the Tigers starting tomorrow. So they'll head right back and go back to friendly Fenway and hope to get back on track. So let's take a look at the standings after today's split of the doubleheader. Baltimore still in first, 5-2. Cleveland 4-3. Yankees 4-4. Detroit 5-5. Red Sox 3-4 now. Milwaukee 3-5, and Toronto 3-7. In the West, Minnesota 8-2, Chicago White Sox 6-2, California 8-4, The Royals 5-3, Oakland at 3-7, Texas 2-5, and Seattle is last at 3-9. So the Red Sox will face the 5-5 Tigers at Fenway Park for a 4-game set starting tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed it. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you in the next Red Sox replay. Bye-bye now.